this just isn't one.
Pardon me. That's official. We're on air.
Did you know that by pitching...
Well, I found one of the weirder places on the internet. My channel. That's good. And I'm just double checking. Yes, the video looks good on YouTube. So I'm going to cut that out of there. And I'm going to get back to here. Where is it? There I am. Hello. Whoa, people are yakking like crazy in the chat room. Good. Good evening. Oh, yeah. All right. The Diet Cola has been poured, and I'm drinking it. All right. All right, I'm going to go right to the very beginning and address all the stuff in the chat room so far. Let's see. Hello, Paul. And okay, we'll see you on the replay. Can't stay because I'm going to see Echo and the Bunnymen live. I watched the playback as usual. Also got a cool compilation from Gang of Four. Might that be? Oh, what was the name of that compilation? Because I don't have it. Oh, geez. It's got a real cool title though. Uh, let's see. Let me just look up here. Let's see. Gang of Four discography. Let's see.
Gang of Four have released 48 albums. Here are the first three.
What was it? Wasn't Solid Gold. Solid Gold was a regular album. I think it was A Brief History of the 20th Century. That's it. That was their first compilation album. Yeah, Gang of Four is a good band. Yes. Oh, he also got a Popol Vuh. Very cool. To which our good friend Michael P. Dawson says, Paul, which Popol Vuh? Let's see. The soundtrack to Heart of Glass. And my buddy gave me the Herzog film to go with it. Very nice. Okay, let's get some of the other ones because there's some questions. Oh, I was planning on talking about that tonight. Oy vey. Greg says, hey, did you receive your Rhino Hi-Fi Devo record? Hell no. And I'm not happy about it. No, I'm quite upset about it. I got a shipping notice. And then less than 48 hours later, I got an email saying, oh, sorry, your Devo order shipment has been delayed. What? I mean, come on. What is the guy's name again? It's Patrick Milligan. Yeah, Patrick Milligan from Rhino. He's head of A&R over there. He does a live stream with Mr. Steve Westman, and they make a formal announcement of the most recent Rhino Hi-Fi albums, which are beautiful remasters of stuff from the Warner Elektra Atlantic catalog. Excuse me. So they announce the first Black Sabbath album, which everybody's just losing their fertilizer about. And then they say, oh, and we're also going to put out this Devo album. Yeah, Devo. Just keep the weirdos happy. Give them some Devo. And they say, yep, these are already manufactured and ready to ship. They didn't finish that sentence. It said, already manufactured and ready to ship to all the YouTubers that we deem necessary to properly promote our product. Which means, well, Westman's already got a copy. Mazzy's got a copy, and a couple of other people in the YouTube vinyl community universe. And to be honest, the people who got it early, except for Michael Pilmer, got to be thankful for Michael Pilmer, Mr. Devo Obsesso himself. He did a cool unboxing video about the Rhino Hi-Fi of Freedom of Choice. This is the original. This is the original version right here, okay? This is not the Rhino Hi-Fi version. And I want to say, so anyway, so all those people got it. And when Mr. Milligan did a live stream with Steve Westman, they said these records are manufactured and ready to ship. So I believe that they announced those on. Let me double check. What day was that live stream was? It was on, I believe, May the 24th. No, May the 31st. I think it was. No, yeah, no. It was on May the 17th. Okay, so they announced them on Friday the 17th. I ordered mine just after midnight, less than 24 hours after that, on May the 18th, and it's not here yet. Rassin Frassin, it's not here yet. Still waiting for it. I mean, once I got my shipping notice, I pulled this out to make a very critical listen to it. And I'll have a lot to say when I do finally receive this. Because this is the first pressing. I bought this as soon as it came out because I have been a Devo fan since I first heard of them. And I mean, I knew about this album before it was even released back in 1983, was it? 1980, I'm sorry, 1980. And I had this. And I also had the 45 of Girl You Want. I had the 45 of Whip It. With the B side of the different mix of Snowball. So, what's going on, Rhino? Why can't you be like Acoustic Sounds and actually deliver on what you promised? I mean, Amazon's even better than you. People have a lot of complaints about Amazon's packaging on their vinyl, but Amazon sends out a lot more vinyl, I'll bet, than Rhino because they're worldwide and they sell from all major record companies. You just have to deal with your Warner stuff. So I don't know what the deal is. I want my Devo. But, for some people in the record industry, Devo just don't matter, even when you're making an audiophile record. Oy vey. So let's see here. What else is going on? Let's see. Those are all of those. Okay. Good evening, Kevin. Good to see you, sir. And Nomi, or G Money, actually. It's probably G Money. But you never know. It might be, hey, it's Nomi, the gnome. Good to see you, man. And hello, Nathan Bouchard. Good to see you, man. Okay, I'm laughing too hard. Haven't bought any new. Well, I do have one new record to show, but I mostly have CDs to show. Oh, for heaven's. Hang on. I'm going to play some music. I'll be right back. I've got some other stuff I want to show you. Let's see. So we get some noise in here. Let's see. We'll see what happens. right, enough of that stuff. Okay. I purchased something. Here we go. All right. Late last year, the powers that be at Capitol Records, Apple Records, Calderstone Entertainment, whatever that is, and Universal, they did a re-release of these very popular albums, which are now 50 years old. The Beatles' Red and Blue compilation albums, the first official Beatles greatest hits. And do I have it here? Yes, I do. I think I do. Yep. Yeah. The reason that those things really came out was because somebody bootlegged the Beatles and put out their own greatest hits album and made it available for mail order. Way long time ago, back in 1972. The powers that be were not happy about this. Oh, they litigated these people back to the Stones Age. So, yeah, they put out those albums and they were pretty darn popular. And these records, these original records, oh man, they sound fantastic. Anyway, then let's see, what year did they re-release them? They re-released them on CD in 2010. Is that it? Yeah, 2010. Still under the thing of EMI. The 62, 66, and 6770. All right. And in nice little digipacks. Ooh. And I saved the hype sticker. And you got all the CDs in here. Da 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 da. Here we go. Oh, strangely enough, I also have this little enamel badge, which used to have a pin on it so you could wear it on your chest. This little promotional thing. This little sucker is 50 years old. Pretty cool, eh? What do you think, eh? So anyway, now, last year, they re-released this because they've been remixing a lot of Beatles music. And they put out that last Beatles song, Now and Then, which they were able to complete with the help of with AI technology, which was able to extract John Lennon's voice out of a cassette recording that was too distorted, too faint to work with back when they did the songs Real Love and Free as a Bird for the Beatles anthology. Okay, so let's remix every single Beatles song in existence and turn it into stereo. Let's see. And let's see. The 2014 UK pressings of Red and Blue are all analog. If you don't have the pre-digital pressings, if anyone is interested, they sound amazing. Oh, thank you very much, Matt. That was something I was not aware of. Anyway, plus their UK pressings, they're probably already better than the American pressings. Although American pressings are finally getting to be really good. But anyway, so they added songs, they changed things around. I was interested in getting them, but I didn't buy them on vinyl because now there are 3 record sets. And to get all of this stuff on vinyl, it costs upwards of $150. No, already got all these songs. And I was thinking, I'll buy them on CD. At the time that they came out, They were like $30 a piece because these are 2 CD sets. Didn't want to buy them. Then I saw there is a special on Amazon. I don't know if it's still there, but uh-oh. He's here. He's here. Hello, Roman. Hey, what you doing? You gonna hang out?
Yeah.
Roman's going to hang out. Do you need to share?
No.
Okay. He's good. He's got his iPad. He's chilling out. He's currently enjoying the beginnings of summer vacation. School is done for the year. Yay!
Yay!
So now he's going to be up late every single night. Saying, Grandpa, 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 Grandpa. No, he doesn't do that. He's usually playing video games or watching videos. Anyway, so Amazon has this thing now where you can buy both of these $29.95. Right around there. So if you are interested, get them. I will say one thing. The one song that they really screwed up was "I Am the Walrus." Okay. They did the stereo separation really good, but if you listen to the original stereo version of "I Am the Walrus," in headphones, you can tell right at the point where it switches and just before the part that says "sitting in an English garden, waiting for the sun. If the sun don't come, you get a tan from standing in the English rain." Okay, that part all the way to the end of the song is mono reprocessed for stereo, and it's weird. And it's got all you're familiar with it if you're a Beatles fan at all. It's got all these weird noises coming in and out, and it's fantastic. So they messed it up on this new digital remix version, especially the last 45 seconds are screwed up completely. If you're familiar with the original version of "I Am the Walrus," you're not going to like this. Or maybe you might like it. I don't know. But as I'm a collector, I got it. And you know what? Let's see. They've got all new essays in the booklet, which is kind of neat. So pick that up. Pardon me. And there's another thing that I bought. I'm going to turn on a fan here because it's warm in here. We finally got some summer-ish temperatures. And it's nice. Is that too cold for you, bud? Is that a no? No. Okay. So, if you are familiar with a person and also his corresponding Facebook and YouTube channels, his name is Malcolm Tent, as in pitching a tent. And I believe every Wednesday he does his own little 1-hour thing called Tent Talks Tunes. I've talked about him before. And I found out that aside from being a very cool person overall, the bass player of Anti-Scene, a guy who performs every year at the Devotional, and proprietor of TPOS Records, he is a fan of 10cc. And I'm thinking, how cool. I love 10cc myself. And he talked about a CD package that came out right here called 10cc 20 Years. Okay. This is a little box set that is made in the UK. And it's got 14 CDs in it. It's got the entire output of the band 10cc. And I've loved 10cc for a very long time. Now, what you get in here, everything's in a little cardboard digipack. All of the albums that had gatefold covers, the gatefold is replicated. This is the original soundtrack. But I'll go through the rest of these in a little bit. But okay, it's got every single studio album and the 2-record live set from 10cc to Meanwhile, plus 2 CDs of non-album tracks, single edits, B-sides, single versions, blah, 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 and a 10,000-word essay by the band's biographer, Liam Newton. Very cool. And I was looking through this last night. It is pretty well written and tells a lot of information about the band. About the only thing that you really don't get, as opposed to having the albums, the original albums, is the lyrics. So, I've got my original albums. I've got 10cc. I got the very first 10cc album I ever bought in like 74 or 75. Sheet music. It's got some hellacious ringware on there. I've got the original soundtrack. I've got How Dare You. I've got Deceptive Bends. And that was the last album that they did before things started to go downhill. Because, well, before Deceptive Bends, Kevin Godley and Lowell Cream left the band. And Kevin Godley and Lowell Cream are a whole other thing that we could talk about at another time. But then they came out with this live album, and it's like, wait a second, there's 6 guys in the band now. Yeah, they 2 guys left and 4 guys had to replace them. At least for a live band. And then they came out with Bloody Tourist, which has some good songs on it. And then some real crappy stuff. Look Here. That's the last one that I have. Oh, excuse me. So anyway, here's all the CDs. 10cc. Sheet music. Original soundtrack. How Dare You. In the gatefold. Deceptive Bends. In the gatefold. Wait a second. Yep, the original gatefold. Live and Let Live. With, of course, the gatefold. 2 CDs. Bloody Tourists with the gatefold. This is Look Here, which does not have a gatefold. It's got 10 out of 10. What's the name of this one? I don't even remember the name. By this point in time, I had completely stopped listening to 10cc. Oh, Windows in the Jungle. Okay. And the very last 10cc album, which is called ... Meanwhile. And then they've got the 2 compilations. Some of the bits we missed. 72 to 78. Scotty Strychnine, hello. What's up? And 1980 to 1992. And I also checked on these Well, I mostly listened to the first album all the way through because I just got this yesterday. And just like Malcolm said, the sound quality on this, very good. Now, compared to the actual original records, if you've got the original records and the original pressings in really good shape, those are pretty darn close. But for digital listening, these are great. I'm going to rip these to my Apple Music library and put them in my phone so I can use them anywhere I go. That is the songs that I like. I'm going to do that. So that's kind of neat. And that whole set only goes for about 75 bucks. It's a bargain. 14 CDs worth of stuff. Very, very, very cool. Now, I did say that I did buy one album this week. It just came this morning because they just announced it was made available. I haven't had time to listen to it, but I'm going to pull it out here. And I can't wait to listen to this tonight. This is going to be blasted in my headphones deep into the early morning hours. Now, it's the Yes album. It's an album by the group Yes. Now you're probably saying, oh, wait a second, you've shown this record many times before, Bill. You already have this album. As a matter of fact, you are correct. Let's go and reach here, right next to a copy of Fragile. And yes, I do have this album, the original version of it, and this new one, which is nice and freshly. I can smell the paint drying on it. It's fantastic. Anyway, this is the new 75th anniversary of Atlantic Records, 45 RPM remastered by Kevin Gray at Coherent Audio, remaster of this album. And I've only bought one other record in this series because these are expensive. They're $60 plus shipping. But I bought Genesis Selling England by the Pound because I've got a first pressing UK Selling England by the Pound, and it's always had some just little issues with the sound, even though it's the first pressing. And I've cleaned it many times. It sounds pretty good, but I've just never been happy with the sound, even though the music on it's great. I love it. I picked it up. I ponied up to 60 bucks to get that. Got it. Put it on. I felt like my jaw was on the ground. It's good. Yeah, plus tax, postage, mailing, and handling. You know, it's like those Rhino hi-fis. They say, oh, it's only $39.95. Yeah, by the time it gets shipped to you, it's $51. Thanks, Rhino. Anyway. So I can't wait to listen to this. I'm probably going to do a separate breakout video on my channel. And also, last week, let's see, do I have it sitting out here? No, I don't have it sitting out here. What was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, last week it was only a rumor at that time. We heard about the death of Ed Mann, the percussionist for Frank Zappa. Passed away from liver cancer. It was verified, and I did a separate video, which was a tribute to him, and I showed just about almost every single Frank Zappa album he's ever been on, which is a lot. The only ones I forgot were The Best Band You Never Heard in Your Life and Make a Jazz Noise Here. Forgot to show those, but those are part of the Broadway the Hard Way tour, and those are available on CD only. So I had to do that. Now, speaking of Zappa stuff, we've got the impending release of Mothers, the Mothers of Invention, Live at the Whiskey, 1968. That's the name of the album. Live at the Whiskey, 1968. No, no, it's not. It's called Whiskey A Go Go, 1968. The Vaultmeister is going to hit me on the head if I don't correct myself on that. But that is street date. That is June 21st. It's a 3 CD set. It's about 3 hours of the Mothers live in 1968 at the Whiskey A Go Go. Almost every, just only a tiny little bit of this album has been previously released on other things before. This is the whole show, and it's going to be amazing. The teaser tunes are already on YouTube videos on the Frank Zappa YouTube channel. And there's also going to be, probably around the time that it gets released, a YouTube video of some film that they had found shot at this event. They took the time and synced this film up to audio, made it look and sound as good as they could. That's going to be exciting. Also, there is going to be a new episode of the ZappaCast coming out right around the time that the Whiskey A Go Go 1968 drops. We've recorded it. I've produced it. We've sent it off for the gods to approve. And it's going to be good. It's about an hour long. And that's about all that I can say about it. It is about Live at the Whiskey. And there's an interview on it. That's all I can say. Once it drops and you can listen to it on your very own, on your podcast catcher, wherever you get your podcasts, I'll talk about it a little bit more. But yeah, it's going to be very cool when that comes out. Also, it hasn't been set in stone, but last year when there was the re-release of this album here, Overnight Sensation, we did a special live stream all about it. That is me and the ZappaCast crew, which is creator and host Scott Parker, and also the Vaultmeister himself and co-producer of the album. Well, co-produced for release by the Vaultmeister himself, Joe Travers, who is responsible for hunting down all these tapes, these wonderful unreleased tapes that we get of Frank Zappa that come out. Mwah! Wonderful stuff. So that is going to be coming out later on. Now, I know that the vinyl versions of Whiskey A Go Go are coming out a little later than the CD, like maybe around July 12th or something like that. And the limited edition 5-record set is only available online at the Zappa.com store, as far as I know. And let's see, what's this here? Will anyone be playing Vibes on a Rock's Apostrophe Tour? Ruth was the best. Yeah, she was. Ruth was wonderful. Pardon me. Yes, there will be a Vibes player. There are new members for Dweezil's band, and there's these two guys that knew each other before they got in the band, and they sent this demo tape to Dweezil where they were playing the song Echidna's Arf at a pretty good tempo. One guy's playing it on guitar, the other guy's playing it on keyboards, and they're doing it in harmony, and then they start singing harmonies to that. But yes, there will be a percussionist, as far as I know, on Dweezil's tour. I don't know what his name is. I think I talked about it one time before. But very excited about Dweezil's tour. I'm considering going to see Band from Utopia, who will be in Cleveland on July the 6th, which is a Saturday. Oh, by the way, speaking of Saturdays, next Saturday, June the 17th, because, yeah, no, I'm sorry, June the 15th, there will be no live stream because I am working at I'm DJing at a charity event for a charity called Camp Cheerful, and I will be busy the entire day. I won't get back till probably around this time, and I will not be able to do a live stream. But 2 weeks from tonight, there will be a live stream. And another thing that is not exactly Zappa oriented, but I saw this in my email box that there is going to be a Ween reissue of the album Chocolate and Cheese. Yes! All of you crazy Ween friends, that's going to be made available. Let's get it here. All right, yes. The Chocolate and Cheese 30th anniversary 3 LP. Now, it's available on rhino.com right now, but if you go to Ween's merch store, you can order the 3 LP colored vinyl set with the championship belt colors. And here's the best part. It is, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No, you can't. You can't get it. Shoot, it's sold out. Oh well. I guess I'm going to order the regular version. The thing that I was going to say is that the colored vinyl version is the same price as the black vinyl. But oh well, I guess I'm going to have to be content with the black vinyl one because I haven't ordered this yet. Oh dear, 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 dear. Oh well, we'll just go back to that. But what other good information do we have about this? Wait a second. It's got the original album remastered by Bernie Grundman, and then the third record, take it off.
Yeah.
See you, Roman. Have a good night. The third record has demos that let's see. It says 15 previously unreleased demos and outtakes curated by Jeaner and Diener. This excludes Championship Belt Edition is only available. Okay. But there's already a single available on streaming services like Spotify and such of the song Junkie Boy, and it's pretty darn cool. So, yeah, if you're into Ween, and I've only been into Ween for a short time, this is definitely a must grab. Yes, indeed. And let's see. Let's see. You have the U.S. and Australian OGs of Ween, but couldn't help but order it again. Wow. You must be a Ween lifer there, Scotty. That's very cool. And let's see. Thoughts on the Stones here in Cleveland next week. Normally would listen in outside the stadium, but without Charlie. Well, a number of things have been said about the Stones without Charlie. Allow me to opine and talk about that. I've seen the Rolling Stones twice. Once in the year 2000, and once again in the year 2005 in Columbus, Ohio. Saw them in Cleveland at what was then called Gund Arena, which is now called, excuse me, the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. And previous to that, I had seen the Rolling Stones on TV. I'd seen films of the Stones, videos of the Stones. And when being a drummer myself, whenever I watched Charlie Watts play drums on the screen, he didn't look like he knew what the heck he was doing. But when I saw him live, dude rocked out. He was fantastic. And Charlie was a big jazz fan. I do have an album that I'm not going to pull out at this time, but I have a Charlie Watts Orchestra, which is his big band uh, playing live at Ronnie Scott's place, I believe. Oh, wait a second. Give me a moment. I'm gonna pull that out. I'm just gonna whip this out. Let's see. W-A-T. That's Muddy Waters. Let's see. There's Mike Watt. Ah, here it is. Here it is. Charlie Watts Orchestra live at Fulham Town Hall. And this is interesting, but it's nothing like Stones music. It's big band jazz. They do Stompin' at the Savoy, Lester Leaps In, Moonglow, Robin's Nest, Scrapple from the Apple, and Flying Home. And aside from Charlie on drums, let's see, the names that I recognize. Oh, Jack Bruce plays cello. Let's see. Dave DeFries on trumpet. Chris Pine on trombone. Courtney Pine on tenor saxophone. Peter King on alto saxophone. I mean, they got piano, vibes, bass, cello, trumpets, trombones, tenor saxophones, alto saxophones, bari sax, and clarinet and flute. This is cool. And there's another photo on the back there of Charlie with the band, the big band, or orchestra, as he says. Anyway, yeah, both times that I saw the Stones live, I was impressed at how Charlie kept the beat, kept the rhythm, kept the groove. Yeah, Charlie was wonderful. Now, the current drummer for the Rolling Stones is Steve Jordan, who has pretty much been, for Keith Richards' solo work, his right-hand man for many, many years. If you watch the old David Letterman show in the early days, before Anton Fig filled the drum chair in the world's most dangerous band, Steve Jordan was the drummer. Steve Jordan is a great drummer. As I said, Keith Richards' right-hand man for all of his solo excursions. And Charlie Watts, when he was getting ill, before he passed away, he told the guys in the Stones that if there's anybody that you need to substitute for me while I get better, because at that time he had all intentions of getting better, pick Steve Jordan. I want Steve Jordan to play the drums. And that's who they picked. And when Charlie passed away, he stayed on as the drummer. So I haven't heard any of the stuff. I know that there's like the Hackney Diamonds album that's out. That's pretty good. And there's other stuff that's out there. I believe that there's some live videos. I haven't listened to any of those yet. And next Saturday, when I will not be able to do a live stream, that's the date that the Rolling Stones are playing in Cleveland. My daughter and her husband are going to that show. I'm going to do what I can to get a review from them, see what they think. Now, on Penn Jillette's podcast, he talked about how the Rolling Stones are not great musicians. okay, yeah, they're not technically great musicians, but they got that groove. And they've had that groove for 60 plus years. So, when Bill Wyman left the band, they got Daryl Jones to play bass. And he's been playing bass for the Stones ever since then. Penn Jillette said, "What's he doing playing for the Rolling Stones? He's played for Miles Davis, for Christ's sake." But yeah, but he's a good musician, so he can hold down those bass lines. Okay? But he kind of like said, "Okay, well now Bill Wyman's out of the band. Now they finally got a good bass player, ha ha ha." And now he's kind of saying the same thing about Charlie Watts. Well, now the Stones have a great rhythm section. Daryl Jones on bass, Steve Jordan on drums. I don't think Penn really appreciated how good of a drummer Charlie Watts was. He was great. And then he continued to make the joke, now, the next Rolling Stone that passes away, are they finally going to get a good vocalist or a good lead guitar player? That was kind of funny, but still, I was a little upset at that remark about, well, finally the Rolling Stones have a good drummer. I loved the way that Charlie Watts played drums. So, if I had the cash to blow and go and see the Stones, I'd love to go and see them. A good friend of mine is working behind the scenes for the Stones next week. He's going to be with them all week. I may even talk to him if I can get him onto the live stream or even interview him for a video. I'd like to have him talk about that stuff. He used to work for a good friend of mine. Used to work for some record distributors in Cleveland many years ago, and then when he stopped working for the record one stops, he worked for a couple of grocery stores as a manager for several years. He's retired now, but he's kept his communications, his acquaintances in the music business close. And he let people know that, hey, I'm willing to do stuff. So now he is driving buses. He's doing behind the scenes work. He's getting to see shows. He's having a time of his life and he's getting paid for it. And he's not starstruck for when he meets people. I mean, he's met very famous people. Not always from bands he likes, but hey, you take the work when you can get it. So if I can get an interview with him after the Stones thing is over, and maybe we get some good stories, hey, you never know. I may have him on the channel here. That would be cool. So, what is this here? You remind me so much of Charlie Bill. Posture, the way you'd hold the sticks. Jordan is also great. Okay, I will take that as a compliment, because I do like playing drums. Also, if any of you have been watching Grown Man Record Night this week, they've been talking about, well, especially Jay, the curbist on Grown Man Record Night. He keeps on talking about how Alex Van Halen is selling all of his stuff. Hey, that's his business. He's in his 70s. He probably doesn't want to play drums professionally anymore. He's made enough money to keep him happy for the rest of his life. I mean, he probably has a little drum set someplace, but he's selling all of his kits, all of his equipment. Oh my God. So, what can I say? And what's this? Oh, hello, my old friend Lynn Haley. Hallie, how you doing? My husband saw a Ghoul show on in the middle of the night while working in California. Well, if it was the Ghoul, if it was Ron Swede, because I know that he was syndicated to a lot of Kaiser broadcasting stations in San Francisco and in Detroit and in Boston. That was during the 70s, so I don't know. But that's very cool. So that's pretty much about everything that I wanted to talk about this week. Later on tonight, I'm going to be cranking this mofo. Oh, I can't wait to see how much stuff I'd never heard before that I will be able to hear in comparison with my original Yes album. This is very exciting. You know, these kind of things, they get me excited. They might get you excited too. Anyway, so what else is going on? That's about it. I've given you all the new news that I can give you this week. So, hey DJ Trish, good to see you. So I am going to start playing some funny noises here, and well, I will see you in 2 weeks, because next week I'm doing the charity gig, and I don't know what I'll have ready for you, but you never know, I may tease it. So stay tuned for your local news, except you folks on the West Coast. And I had a great time. I hope you did too. By all means, go listen to some music. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the summer. Oh, next Saturday is supposed to be a scorcher too. It's supposed to be in the 80s. I'll have plenty of water, plenty of sunscreen, and shade to keep the sun off of me while I'm playing the music. All right, folks. Let's get some music going.
Suddenly,
I want to thank you all so much for stopping by. Please hit the like button on this video if you have already done so. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Do it now. If you're watching on Twitch, thank you very, very, very much. I may be doing some more Twitch streams in the future. You might want to stay subscribed to the Bill's Box of Sound channel, the Bill's Box of Sound page on Facebook, as well as, wait a minute, I forgot to talk about this. Yes, the Spud Lock. All right, no, stop everything. No, I got more to talk about. Stop the presses. Don't end the show yet. Alarm the affiliates. Let them know we may go over. There is another review of this, my group's album, Spudlock, which you can buy right now on Bandcamp. You can get the vinyl, or you can get the download. And you never know, I may start making handmade CDs of Spudlock very, very soon. Now, wait a minute here. There is a channel on YouTube. It's called, take note, Pleasure Den of the Absurd. Guy named Kyle runs it. He's a real cool guy. And he likes a lot of weird movies and off the beaten path music. He's got some good taste. He's got some weird taste, but he's kind of friendly, kind of fun. Anyway. He reviewed the Spudlock record. So go to the YouTube channel called Pleasure Den of the Absurd. Do it right after I'm done with this and check out this his review of the Spudlock album. And he also made a short of it, which is also pretty funny. And if you don't have the album, what's wrong with you? Anyway, okay, that's enough. Back to this. Oh, whew. We're back within 10 seconds. So, good night, boys and girls. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye. Take care. Love ya.